chat telling us that FDE is Malaysian. Thank you so much.
I don't know. Then there's the next guy saying they're from Zimbabwe. So chat cannot be trusted when it comes to these things.
Right. Anyways, that guy seemed quite serious, but I'm not sure. I don't trust you people. Anyways.
Anyway, let's start off with the introductions for what could be the final game of the evening.
Okay, okay. Before we do the introductions, which lineup are you favoring? I have to ask you.
This time, I think... Oh man, this is such a hard question because both have their merits and demerits. Lineup-wise, I'm probably gonna say WG. But... I mean, it's way too close to call this time around because both lineups have
Dragoon, but the comfort heroes, clearly Alchemist being one of them.
Let's put it this way: if this game goes beyond the 30-minute mark, I think FTG has it in the bag.
Right. Okay.
Alright, so back to the introductions real quick. On the side of FTG, Fire Dragoon Esports, you've got a Batrider played by Ben, Anti-Mage handled by Bryant, Rubik going to be in the hands of WL, Alchemist played by Zhang, which puts Scottle in the hands of Yang.
And on the side of WG, we've got Afu playing the Earth Spirit. He did play a mean one earlier today. We got Arjit playing the Juggernaut Nana, going to the mid lane on the Invoker, Kangaroo playing the Darkseer, and X-Nova playing that Oracle.
Alright, Batrider Ben. We'll see up to now. He's looking for possible early war to be placed down. He did scout out some of these movements from WG on account of that high ground advantage, but there we go. They're going to contest this bottom rune. Bottom rune is going to be given up, and top rune is going to be contested as well. I did see a rolling boulder. He's gone all the way in and trapped himself in the trees. Might want to cut a path through, and we'll get away. So both bounty runes picked up by WG this time around. Ajit going in and picking up the one in the top lane, while the Invoker gets the bounty rune at bottom. Good start for WG. No first blood has been spilled, but they will get the gold advantage to begin with. He has the Blade Fury, and yeah, he's going to put it to use. Batrider has taken quite the beating for this cheeky move coming out from him. He doesn't have a salve either, so slowly he's going to have to chew through his tangles.
Right, but Juggernaut hasn't got a stout shield to work with. He's got plenty of regen, if I'm not mistaken, so he'll be fine tanking all those
things. He does have a stout shield.
Oh, he does. Sorry, I missed that. Wow.
No. He's taken quite a beating. I don't know how the hell that happened, really. I don't see how I guess he just stood in the whole acid spray and found up in his face.
Right.
And now he's got the cross ball, so, or the cross element, so he can definitely start regenning up in his face. Shang, with that acid spray to begin with, probably going to want to put at least 1 point into the Regal Street before putting points into Concoction. But if it is going to be the farming Alchemist, I think that's when WG has a lot of pressure on him to make some plays. Oh, this is where Darkseer really excels. When they stack camps and your creeps go in, get pulled towards them, the Iron Shell allows you to take most of the money from them. Anti-Mage is going to have a hard time here since there's nothing to dispel that Darkseer Iron Shell.
Right, so for the time being, Earth Spirit, wow, he's become an observer bot. He's going to roll away safely.
Oh, they got him. He's going to instantly TP out. Not going to wait to find out what happens next, but he's going to get blown up by the Cottle and the Fade Bolt from the Rubik.
Wow.
Not bad.
I was going to say that was a brilliant play coming out from Afu. Just instantly TPing, having the TP ready, getting out of there, but that burst damage from the Illuminate and the Fade Bolt quickly brought down the Earth Spirit. And he's, I mean, if you take a look at it, he is lagging in terms of levels a bit behind the Rubik. And I think KOTL, Keeper of the Light, is also almost at level 2. Regen Rune. Wow. Rubik marches at the mid lane.
Lift on Nana, he's inside the Acid Spray. The body block from WL are beautiful, and he's got a Fade Bolt to work with. It's going to be Cottle that gets the kill. Again, this duo. I mean, we talked about how this is a duo that's not going to be able to move mid and save the Alchemist, but they're making some plays of their own. The burst damage cannot be ignored.
You spoke about the Earth Spirit rotating mid and being on the Alchemist all the time, but it's the other way around. It's like Keeper of the Light and Rubik staying around in the mid lane. Mana leak on the Earth Spirit, forcing him to be stationary. Will shrug it off, will walk it off. And FTG couldn't have asked for a better start. They're 2-0. And I think we're going to go to a game 3 here. I want to say that.
I want a game 3.
Oh yeah.
I've been having a lot of fun casting today, but I don't want it to end just yet. There's more tomorrow. Anyway, Shang got himself a good 360 gold in the bank account. Gets himself the boot, so his bottle, does he have one? Yeah, it's actually on the way back already, so he's got some great farm going his way. Mid, are they making a play again? No. So much pressure coming out on him. Why are we not seeing the Earth Spirit rotate towards mid, however? His dual lane not working out too well for them, and his Kangaroo, he's in a compromising position, caught between a rock and a hard place. Anyway, Kangaroo has himself the Soul Ring while Afu's actually walking around towards mid. WL's rotations have been on point. They're gonna go into the rolling border. This time it connects and Shang's in trouble. He's gonna drop. The Sunstrike's not even needed, just there for good measure. Unfortunate that he didn't have backup from WL, and even if he did, WL didn't have any mana to work with.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Invoker would be hoping for. A kill on the Alchemist gives him some free time in the lane, lets him push out the lane, maybe try and take a rune. And Dux is not doing too bad. He's kind of contesting the Anti-Mage, and all this alone time with the Anti-Mage, with the Keeper of the Light and the Rubik all by themselves has given him some breathing space. He's already level 5, has skill 2 points into Search.
Yeah, but look at this. He's walking away with no mana whatsoever, while he does have the Soul Ring and has that Stout Shield. It doesn't do too much versus the burst magic damage coming out from Illuminate.
Mana Leaf makes it.
Speaking of mana, Ori's about to overdose on it. Sorry. Kottle's gonna overdose on it. Got himself Arcanes along with my Chakra Magic.
I love this. He prioritized farm early on, and Rubik sitting in the mid lane pretty much trying to make something happen on the Invoker. I don't think, the Alchemist doesn't have unstable concoction just yet. So, might pick it up. The next level, I don't know. But KOTL can do KOTL things. I mean, this is not a KOTL thing, but he can pretty much farm away in the jungle. So, that Arcane Boots definitely does allow him the ability to stack and farm himself time and time again.
Apologies.
Mid lane.
He's changing some stream titles and whatnot. You've got a smoke movement coming out from WG-Unity. And they're going to be moving towards the high jungle. Oh, what a scan! How the heck did they even know about that? They're walking into Shang anyway. Unfortunate that he's going to die despite having spotted out this movement. I was so sure they were going to dodge this bullet, but they get taken out.
I think the scan came out from the Alchemist. He was going to take up his own stacks, and he was hoping or not hoping that someone was there.
Oh, this is such a devastating blow that's been delivered here.
Right.
And they're going to get away scot-free to TP out from the Earth Spirit. Kangaroo going to waltz away.
What's extremely worrisome, Cloudex, is that we haven't taken a look at CS, and Juggernaut is leading. The Darkseer is ahead of the Anti-Mage. Of course, a lot of that has to do with neutral creeps. But nonetheless, the Juggernaut is leading by a significant chunk, and he's leading in terms of net worth as well. Yeah,
this is the top 3 on the net worth spot are on the side of WG-Unity, and despite Nana having that one death and a lot of pressure going his way, he's managed to pull back quite effectively. Again, a bunch of stack creeps here. Kangaroo gonna throw down an Ion Shell on the creep. Brian can no longer just man up in front of it. In fact, he might even consider putting a couple of extra points into the spell shield to deal with it.
Right.
Look at Kangaroo. He'll take it to the chin like a man. It is just a level 1 Illuminate after all, and now he's just gonna steal the stack. Nothing they can do about this but try and bring down the little guy that's got the Ion Shell on him, and Kangaroo even finds the pull. He's completely disrupting the equilibrium on this lane, and Bryant, as a result, is starting to fall behind in terms of CS and net worth.
Well, I always ask you this, when is the best time to pick an anti-mage, and you always say when it's an easier lane that you can deal with, when the laning phase is secure. And right now his laning phase has been hard. He's not getting the CS he wants. Alchemist is having a tough time. That means they're going to be forced to fight early on if WG start taking towers. The Battle Fury not anywhere really close. He's falling in terms of net worth behind an Invoker who's died once. And look at this, he's taking so much damage. Wall being dropped.
Darkseer just went man mode on him. How often do you see a Darkseer just flexing his muscles one-on-one there? Juggernaut, he does have the... Okay, now he doesn't have mana for the Omni Smash. He's gonna get it soon though. He has a Ring of Aquila, so his mana regen isn't too shabby. While at mid, they've gone to work. They've even kicked back Shang into an Ice Wall. Beautiful execution. This is what we were talking about. What do they do when the Earth Spirit comes knocking on the Alchemist door at middle lane? They've got no defensive supports really. And while it looked like they were making some good plays with the Rubik and the Cottle for the initial first few minutes, now it's just turning into a house of cards that's crumbling along with their towers.
What's worrisome is Darkseer has almost completed his mech, and if WG are reading this the same way as we are, that as the game goes later beyond the 30-minute mark, FTG have a better shot of winning this game. I think that WG will just start grouping up once the mech is online.
Yep, Invoker, he's getting mighty close to his Midas.
Oh, yeah.
Shang, he's chosen to go for the farming build, not putting a single point into the concoction for now. Darkseer, did he just do that? He solo killed the anti-mage? No, he had backup. Thank God. Afu comes in with his Earth Spirit.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the good signs in WG's draft is that they've got the silence with the Earth Spirit. It's quite easy to, I mean, I'd like to say in hindsight, everything is easy as a caster, but it's very doable, and that silence, the geomagnetic grip coming out from the Earth Spirit is going to provide the control they need versus the anti-mage.
Yep, here we go, another rotation coming out though, Yang. Why would a Cotton lead the gank here? Rubik, okay, looks like he went to check up on a room, 8-minute room, I guess.
The Rubik?
Look at this, but such a huge pincer trap being laid for Nana. 4 heroes converging towards mid. But Dire Observer will spot out all of this. And that'll be wasted time from
Yeah,
them.
what's happening is Darkseid is heading to base to pick up his mech. Probably buy a TP, and if there is a gang on the mid lane on the Invoker, he can quite easily TP pop the mech and counter initiate as well. Batrider realizes this, goes back to farming. Good bit of dewarding coming out here from the Rubik.
Yep.
Securing some vision on the mid lane.
Meanwhile, Ajit, he's just waltzing around under the tier 2 tower of the Radiant. He does have the Blade Fury and the TP at his disposal, and he's going straight for the Battle Fury, so it's going to be the farming Juggernaut build. Rather, the security for their late game, because he is really their only source of physical DPS. He'll spin, and he'll get out of there. Lasso's available. Oh, they will cancel his TP. It looks like the Juggernaut's about to take the deck. He doesn't have an Omni Slash, and he will be brought down. Okay. Not respecting the ganking potential of that Batrider who's at level 7. Look at that though, immediately you see a ping coming out from WG-Unity. They're all top, let's take bottom.
Right, so the early game has been hard. It's only going to get worse now with this tower down for the anti-mage. And it's not that he has something like a Vlad or something so that he can transition into the jungle. He's getting caught out, he's getting silenced, magnetized as well. The Sunstrike is going to miss the kick. I'm not sure if it was used or not.
He did use the... I think he used the geomagnetic grip.
He used the silence.
And yeah, and then he didn't have the mana for the boulder smash.
Right, but Alchemist, he's come to the party. He's chasing down those, well, one support and the one off lane. Now pops the Chemical Rage and runs back.
Can't chase too much without the unstable concoction, but behind you've got a Rubik coming in. Now Rubik could be in trouble. Rolling boulder is available. Does he line up the kick? Doesn't quite go for it.
Smart move, they would have probably just rolled into an Illuminate. So they're going back for the objective, which is the tower, which is giving breathing room for Nana, breathing room for Ajit as well. And Ajit, he's only had 1 death to his name, that unfortunate gank in the top lane, not respecting the lasso. But look at this, AM's moved to the mid lane, where does Alchemist farm now? While WG can just snowball from objective to objective, tower to tower.
Well, Zhang's got a few creeps that he can clean up on in the jungle, so he's going for the armlet.
But 11 minutes in, no armlet.
I mean,
that's
it's very worrisome when the Darkseer has a mech before your Alchemist has an armlet. They've gone in deep. Yang! Oh, the kick is in the wrong direction. Your FIFA skills are lacking today, Apu.
Oh yeah, doesn't matter. Getting the tower, that's much more needed than that 1 kill. And the Invoker's getting some space and some time in the mid lane. He's actually... Okay, he's not sent anti-mage out of the lane. But now the anti-mage and the Alchemist are both going to be searching and scattering for farm. And it's going to be a farm battle between the both. So you have to prioritize farm or group up and fight. But I don't think you want to group up and fight without that unstable concoction ready on the Alchemist. You don't want to do that without an armlet even, because nobody's offering much damage. Your hope is the Batrider's lasso, but the Batrider is nowhere close to his blink. So in terms of items, space on the map, and anything at all, FPG are really starved right now. What they can offer is solo killing the Oracle, anything that they're getting.
Yep, the takedown in the tier 1 at bottom was a lot more crucial than meets the eye, and it's going to be even worse after this tier 1 goes down at mid, because now, like you pointed out, the jungle is going to be completely squeezed here by WG-Unity. They got sentries behind the tower, hoping to watch out for invisible units moving behind. But Chang, never mind, he's going to move north. He has enough movement speed and an invis doing to get away. Fortune's End, gonna tag him on the cliff. They are going in for the kill, but Kangaroo doesn't quite get the vacuum off. They managed to steal a pair of Fourth Spirit. The stun, the silence, and the magnetize come through. They'll blow up the Rubik with the Oracle Purifying Flames, and they'll then transition that into a tier 1 tower takedown.
It doesn't matter, all this is an added bonus, because the early and mid game is absolutely crumbling for FPG. He's saying if this game goes past 30 minutes, there's some chances of recovery for the anti-mage. Well, I'm so happy about one thing. He's adapted his build. He's gone for the Vanguard. Lets him maybe fight, and maybe if he comes to fights and gets some pick off, there is hope for FTG. But to get things started in the fight, they're hoping that the Batrider gets the Blink Dagger soon enough. Sure, he's got the drum. Sure, drums give you some extra movement speed and let you just run in like a madman. But you need that Blink Dagger to be sure. Look at FTG. They're all grouped up in the jungle. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, they've been spooked But even the Batrider, he chose not to stack up the money for his Blink, just chose to go for the Drums Tranquil build. Even though this is one of those games where I think the Blink might have added merits, because they really don't have any way to start the fight unless you have a Bat blinking in or an Alchemist blinking in, but Alchemist isn't going for the Blink build.
I think Mana leads.
Bottom, again a Rolling Boulder in, this time they'll find the Rubik. These supports are just consistently getting picked off here by WG.Unity, and every kill, or almost every kill, is transitioning into an objective.
All these are just added freebies. I'm sure if you take a look at net worth, it's going to show a 8k plus lead. Oh yeah, so it's around that.
And when you're running an Alchemist, you always want your Alchemist to be further ahead in terms of net worth. There's the Blink towards the south side, Bryant. He's by himself, but Ben. How's he gonna get away from this one? He does have the Omni Slash. He's not committing. They throw down the Fortune's End, but Ben is already up and away. And the movement speed from the Tranquils and the Drums of Endurance really helping out there.
Yeah, right now it's not kills that WG really need. It's just more towers, and over time they're going to do what WG does best: go to Roshan maybe 2 times before they siege high ground successfully, but they'll do it nonetheless. Oh my god!
Oh, nicely done.
Nicely done.
It's
unfortunate that Flame Ray got knocked. Otherwise, that would be a definite kill on the Invoker. Anyways, WG, they're grouping up, going for the top tower. And FTG split up around the map.
Yeah, I don't think they're going for the top tower. They're just sticking around. They're going for the top kill. Funnel again, silence immediately. This guy has practiced the hell out of this hero. Solo kill on him with just an Ion Shell to boot. Darkseer, in fact, the one to claim the money off of that kill. Another support pick off. This time, no objectives claimed on the back of it.
There used to be a time long ago when Earth Spirit wasn't nerfed and Secret actually put way in the mid lane with that hero. This guy plays him like pretty much like that, man. Just with an Arcane Boots and an Urn of Shadows, he's pretty much getting solo kills, and it's not the most game-changing factor here, but he's definitely getting a lot of gold for himself, which is only going to make him stronger. And Earth Spirit, he doesn't need much more than a Blink Dagger to work with it. So what's also worrisome here is that the Juggernaut's got the Battle Fury, he's farming.
The saving grace though for FTG is that their cores are now a little more tanky. Shank's got his armlet, so he's got that extra armor to work with.
Right.
And at the same time, you've got that Vanguard finished up on the anti-mage just pointed out earlier. His Blads isn't too far away either.
Okay.
They can't stay alive for the most part. You've even got an Ether Lens finished up on Coddle, so they just want to hold the fort, hold their high ground, and extend this game as much as they can. But WG.Unity, I mean, yeah, they're on a clock and they gotta rush things, but
I think this is the item I'm waiting for, the Blink Dagger on the Darkseer. Flying out to him, he's just going to try and contest his stacks. I don't think they're I was going to say that I don't think they're going to make a play. But yeah.
They make a play, they contest the stack, and they get Roshan, so that's an Aegis on an Invoker. Will now start to have a lot more fight participation. That ward, the B ward is going to be very costly. WL again caught in a compromising position with his pants, or rather his skirt up.
His cape.
He does. Is that a cape? It looks like a very long skirt.
Rubik is an eggplant that wears a cape. Anyways, mid lane, Juggernaut. The push is the plan here, and they're doing just that with Alacrity on the Invoker. Easy tower here for WG. No contest coming out from the boys at SG. And they're throwing out all the eliminations they can. But Darkseer, he's got a mech, no problem.
Yeah, but the split push is real. He's not going for the Vlads after all. He is going for the Yasha as his next pickup.
Okay.
Bryant wants to fight on his high ground. He'll get whatever money he can for his teammates before the push comes in.
Yeah, smart itemizing coming out from the anti-mage. I really like how he's adapted.
Rolling Boulder in. He's not going to connect anyone but a two-man kick. Gets the stun. The Magnetizer is there as well. It's been stolen by the Rubik, but can he do anything with it? They are surviving for now. That is the tanky Alchemist, so he will get away. And WG.Unity will not be able to take a fight.
I want to say something, but I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this. APU best Earth Spirit in SEA.
Good Earth Spirit. I mean, we're yet to see what the regional qualifiers have in store for us.
Oh yeah. Best Earth Spirit in Boston Major Open qualifier. Semi-final best of 3.
This is like one of those insurance ads. Terms and conditions apply.
Terms and conditions apply.
Alright, so Ajit. His Battle Fury is up and running. Does he go back for the Blink Dagger or a Yasha as he chugs forward? Bryant. He spotted this out, so he's not going to be picked off with this. He's hoping that Ajit gets trigger happy and pops the Omni Slash on him. And that's not happening. Meanwhile, Invoker, he's given momentum to the bottom lane, hence the POT's coming online, but at top, they've got the lasso. They're going for the kill on the Juggernaut, but he survives through it all, pops the Plague Fury. Another Magnetizer come through, along with the Boulder Smash that comes up the Rubik. He's stolen something, doesn't get much done. The wall, the vacuum, both are there. Rubik's the only one that's hit the deck so far. We're going to see more casualties. The Anti-Mage unloads, but doesn't do enough. Juggernaut with the double, brings down the Batrider. Anti-Mage, silence up. Can they get a Boulder Smash? 5 seconds to go, but the silence will wear off before it, and he'll be able to blink away to safety. 2 down on the side of FTG, this time it's the core and the support. Alchemist will toggle himself away to the fountain.
Well, I was going to say that looked like a good fight for FTG because they did get some heroes low on WG, but nobody fell low enough to be killed, and in the end WG came out on top. They're getting a tower, that's the last outer tower, and with the Aegis they're going to attempt high ground. So Alchemist, it's rather frustrating. It's going to get 2.8 gold, you know your radiance is close but not close enough. What do you do? High ground is being breached. You set the 30-minute mark. Looks like WG are aiming for sub 20 here.
Can they go for this though? I mean, the Omni Slash is down. Invoker's got his stuff online. No Darkseer mana. No mana on the Darkseer, but yeah, look at this. They've actually picked up the pipe on Kangaroo already, so they can straight up make their creeps immune to that Illuminate and walk off.
Right, I was gonna say Illuminate is the issue here, but one creep wave has been cleared. Next creep wave rather far away, and now it takes some time with the Ancients.
Walking around with that Yasha picked up in addition to that Battle Fury. WG-Unity, they're now starting to threaten high ground. They're bearing their fangs for the win here. This one game. They need to shut this one out, and they'll be moving on to the regional qualifiers for a chance to make it to the Boston Major. And if TNC did it through the open qualifiers, Secret did it through the open qualifiers, WG-Unity, they've got signs of life as well.
Wow, plate mail on the Earth Spirit. I haven't seen that in a while. Not sure where he's going with this. Shiva's guard, I don't know. He's definitely not building an assault. This is just a casual plate mail. I don't know. We'll have to wait and watch. But
probably a Lotus Orb.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
versus
that.
The
Lotus
Batrider. Stop. Yang. He's gonna get stunned. His TP is no longer available, and he's down for the count. They'll finally bring down the Alchemist. He does have a buyback, but it stunts his growth. His farm rate has been.
Oh yeah, if he's being forced to buy back now, it's going to hurt his chances of the radiance. It's definitely going to hurt it a lot. But they are holding the creep waves for now, something that QTL is great at.
Oh no, he did it. He went for the Shadow Blade. He was a hair's breadth away from the radiance, but what's the use of getting that a hair's breadth away from the relic? But what's the use if you get it while you don't have a set of barracks? 16 seconds to go till he respawns. Fortification is there, Ben. He blinks forward and immediately backed away. He doesn't have the last available. Rubik stunned with a Boulder Smash. He's been bullied to no extent here. Call the anti-ragging squad somebody, because WG-Unity has picked their target. Ben doing what he can to slow this down. He's got a Jeep walking forward. He's some really low HP and should consider backing away, and indeed that's what he'll do, but the barracks have fallen. The buildings are crumbling, and Jang will throw out a stun onto the Darkseer, but that's all they're gonna get. A little bit of stun time on him as Invoker jumps in, gets the EMP off on 3. Yang's been hit with the Ice Wall, and Alchemist dies once more. His Shadow Blade totally in vain. Yang making a run for it. He's been hit with the core snap, vacuum back, and this looked like it could be all she wrote. Anti-Mage attempted a big mana void, but it's not doing nearly enough damage. He's gonna go down next with the silence upon him. It's a triple kill for Nana as Ben taps out. GG, congrats is the call from him. FTG have been knocked out, and WG-Unity are your champions of the Southeast Asian Open Qualifier #1 for Boston Major.
Anyway, that's to FTG. They played really well.